Hello, everyone. This is Lada from AstroladaOfficial. And today my guest is Sidereal astrologer Trifon, who will be leading us through the month of December, the last month this year, 2023. And he told me that there is some big changes happening in the sky as observed from Sidereal astrology. He will lead us, through the month. And hello, Trifon.
Hello, Lada. Hello, everyone. We're here to talk about the last month of the year and about also some of the greatest changes that can happen in certain astrological cycles in astrology and for the world, of course. So, but this will be probably an information that I will give towards the end of the video. So I'll begin with some other things.
Tropically, not much is happening, but sidereally, I know that you are going to surprise us again. Sorry.
No worries. So first I will begin.
And just wanted to say something. Trifon is offering almost 50% off a personal reading with him for the year 2024. He will look at the year ahead using ancient sidereal zodiac and ancient methods. This is an incredible discount. Thank you so much for offering it to our viewers. It's down from $300 to $175 just for the next 2 weeks. Anyone who would like to basically have his amazing counsel.
And so let's begin. So first I wish to comment about a prediction that became true. So I was not able to give it on the last video, but I did it on another video, which was done for Bulgaria. However, what was the prediction that became true? The ancient texts were saying that when the Sun and Mars make conjunction in Scorpio, there will be a truce for the army. And I predicted that such truce is then probably to happen, and probably in the East, and this actually happened in Israel.
Oh, did the war end? I don't know what happened.
Yeah, a truce for the army was predicted, and it happened in Israel.
Oh, there is a temporary truce?
Yes, the ancient texts are saying simply a truce, right? So, and there was this truce that they made for the hostages. It's going on in the last days. And this is exactly happened as the ancient texts were predicting at the time of the conjunction of the Sun and Mars in the sidereal sign Scorpio. This is when it was initiated. So once again, the ancient text became valid and showed some truth, universal truth. And so this is just a remark from the last month. Let's talk now about what the coming days are holding. Well, I will proceed in chronological order this time. Okay, let's see. First, soon, 29th, this is tomorrow. 29th of November, Venus in conjunction with the South Node is coming. This is happening in the last degree of Virgo, the sidereal signs, and in conjunction with the spiritual star Spica. And so tomorrow probably will be a very problematic time for some famous woman, maybe an artist also. People related to art in general will have some more challenging, definitely, times. Most of all, it's possible that we may lose a great spiritual person. And for the common people, however, and especially those who are ruled by Venus, it's not the greatest of days. Of course, Venus and the South Node are also known to produce karmic events, related to past lives, by the way, like things related to love, past incarnations. But because Venus is weak, maybe this is like very mixed. And still is very interesting time. People who are related to Venus, like Ascendant Libra and Taurus in Sidereal, and Gemini and Scorpio in Western astrology signs, they should be more careful than usually and not to plan a lot of things. So this is on the 29th. And then the good news is that on the following day, Venus is changing signs. So on the 30th of November, Venus will enter Libra, which is actually good news for everybody because in November, Venus in general is in Virgo, which is a sign of debilitation for Venus. It means Venus is weak. And people who are related to Venus are also experiencing more issues. These are, in general, young women, beautiful women, people related to art, and all the professions that are creating balance and harmony and beauty. So they had some more hard time. But now in December, it will be different. Of course, also Venus is the planet of love in general. Love, peace, harmony. And we'll have much greater chance to experience those throughout December. Well, let's say until the 25th, actually, of December, which is a remarkable timing because it's Christmas, right? So until the 25th, everything is okay, or at least much better than in other times, because Venus is in her own sign, Libra. And for all people, this will mean something good. Depends what is your ascendant, what good it will bring. But there will be something for everybody. And at least much more love and harmony in the world than in other times of the year. So this is wonderful. And that's why I consider December to be actually a better month than many of the other months of this year. Of course, there are also other factors, like Mars is in Scorpio. The Sun also is in Scorpio. And this can be considered malefic influences. But Mars itself in Scorpio also is capable to produce positive effects because of his strength. This is mostly true for the people with Mars ruled ascendants. Scorpio and Aries in Sidereal, and Sagittarius and Taurus in Western astrology, tropical signs. So for those ascendants that you heard, things are mostly fine. Not only, however, not only, as you hear. And so Venus enters Libra. Great news. Then there is something interesting happening also today and tomorrow. Mars, right now, is suspected, and it is suspecting himself, some important stars in the sky, stars related to healing and medicine. And let's say that this is not okay. So today, tomorrow, better try not to attend meetings so much. Parties, I guess there can be more probability of infections. Warning about that. It's not good timing to start medical procedures of any kind as well. Then on the 2nd December, the Sun, as each year, this is happening each year, the Sun will make a conjunction with one of the royal stars of ancient Persia. This is the star called Antares. So those people who have Leo rising in Sidereal and usually Virgo in tropical signs, Western astrology, they will have some more powerful time and ability to overcome difficulties and to have success. It's interesting now we have this great movie, Napoleon, by the director Ridley Scott. I watched it already. While watching the movie, I noticed the day of the coronation of Napoleon. It was exactly 2nd of December. Interesting, right? Royal star and the sun on his coronation. And this star is known as star of generals, great generals. So what happens next? 2nd of December, also we have Mercury in sextile with Saturn in the sky. So it's not a great time to make new negotiations and signing contracts. People ruled by Mercury, those who have Gemini rising and Virgo rising in Sidereal, and those who have Cancer and Libra rising in tropical signs. So those people may experience some more difficulties in communication, traveling, and in general may have to go down to reality. It's a day that is not good for traveling in general. People better be more careful when driving in general. Even though it's a sextile, the ancients are saying each aspect of Saturn or Mars can be damaging. Also, the sun with this star gives some more success to the military powers of the East, I guess. Let's say only this. Same goes for the 8th of December when Mars makes a conjunction with the same star. It's a powerful moment for people who are ruled by Mars. I already mentioned who are those. So those people will be more successful in that time. And in general, this conjunction shows increased activity on the Martian topics in the world. It's a good idea people to be more careful this day. Those who are not ruled by Mars, especially, right? One of the good periods of the month is between 1st and the 3rd of December. This is when the moon will be in her own sign in Cancer, while at the same time, it will be posited in trine to the transiting sun in Scorpio. This is a favorable combination for many things, and in general, it will be a good time for everybody in certain area. It's a good moment also to start new things. So people, you can use this information. Then we proceed for many other events ahead. This is a very rich month, as each one, but especially this one is very important, of course. In the last days, what is happening is that Jupiter, for example, Jupiter makes an important conjunction. And this conjunction is veiled throughout the month in general, but especially now, and especially for the next days. It will be happening again on the 7th of February. So what I mean is that Jupiter makes conjunction with a certain fixed star. This star is called Hamal. It is one of the bright stars in Aries. So people, whoever is interested, can see this literally going out nighttime. And we'll see the conjunction. The star Hamal, according to the ancients, is not of the lucky stars. It's of the nature of Saturn and Mars. So by itself, Hamal is a star that predicts violence, destruction, and all kinds of bad events. However, when Jupiter is there, I think, because of his benevolent nature, he is making so that there is something good coming out in relation to conflicts. And in general, Jupiter is also capable of softening and improving the situation related to any conflicts, whether military or something else. However, for the people who are ruled by Jupiter, also the opposite process is flowing, so to say, because they can feel the harm of the star. Jupiter rising signs are Sagittarius and Pisces in Sidereal, and Capricorn and Aries in tropical signs, Western astrology. So those people should be more careful. This star is known to also to promote leadership, but however, through bad means. Yeah. So again, the influence of Jupiter with this star is now and again in February. Then 6th of December, Neptune turns direct in the last degree of Aquarius in Sidereal. This is according to the way of calculation of the ancients in the Mediterranean, like Egypt and Babylon. The last degree of Aquarius. Interesting, right? So this is his last station in Aquarius. Neptune, of course, will accentuate on the importance of humanity, human rights, of course, compassion, help to society. This is a very important phase, actually. I can relate in a, if I want to use like more modern approach in sidereal astrology, then Neptune will be accepted as a co-ruler, at least, of Pisces. So people who have Pisces rising in sidereal, which will mean 90% of the cases they have Aries ascendant in tropical Western astrology signs. So for those people, this is a turning point. It's a very important turning point, actually, because Neptune is about to move something greater later in this month. And so the life of those people is about to turn in a more important, powerful, and positive direction in general. Yeah. Very important time for those people. Then, about this a little bit more later. After that, 6th of December, what's happening is Mercury in trine to Jupiter. People who are having ascendants ruled by Mercury and Jupiter will have positive events. This is also true for all the other people, but especially for people who have those positions ruled by Mercury or Jupiter. I already listed those earlier. And of course, this is a great time for new intellectual beginnings, for travel, and for negotiations. It's also a really good time to start medical procedures, I guess. Then soon after 10th of December, Venus makes opposition to Jupiter. Venus is in Libra, Jupiter is in Aries. Well, for instance, in Vedic astrology, in India, those planets are considered to be enemies. And there are special rules when planets are in opposition, they are considered to be bitter enemies. So this is Venus and Jupiter, but holds actually some negative influence. Most of all, people can go too far away in pursuing their desires. However, the position with Jupiter shows there will be also moral conflict. So there will be, there is a danger of going too far in many things. And there is a danger of great moral problems on the 10th of December on many levels, mundane and personal. Of course, this is happening for the people ruled by Venus and Jupiter, most of all, but also to some degree for the others. It can also indicate different other challenging moments. Then the worst time of the month will follow on the 12th of December till the 14th. This is when the moon is invisible and debilitated in Scorpio in conjunction with Mars. So these are really bad days. So my recommendation for people is just to, if possible, rest more and not to start new things. However, it's a good time to finish things, whatever they are. This is the usual time when people are the most exhausted. And in this case, maybe even sick. Yeah, these are bad days. On the same time, 12th of December, Mercury becomes retrograde. In Sagittarius, 13 degrees. And the meaning of this, according to the ancients, is that in this station, he will be hurling sicknesses among men. So definitely 12th to 14th of December, and even a couple of days later, not so good time, especially for health-related things. Then we have something very positive on the 14th of December. This is when the moon is rising in Sagittarius, which is a positive sign in general. But on the same day, Venus will make a conjunction with the very lucky, very fortunate fixed star. I talk about the star Gemma, the main star of the constellation Corona Borealis, the Northern Crown. So this portends success for people related to art and in general those who are connected and ruled by Venus. Those are many, many people. Good time about love, about art, about new beginnings related to those. Yeah. Even for traveling, it's good time. Because the moon will make a trine to Mercury. Then what follows is that on the 22nd of December, Mercury again makes conjunction with the Sun in the degree that is related to the center of the galaxy, the 5th degree of Sagittarius. So this can be very enlightening and leading to positive experiences for people ruled by Mercury. But at the same time, the center of the galaxy in the ancient understanding is also related to destructive energies, by the way. So it's not so easy to say what will happen here. I think it is a very mixed time. And maybe it's not so good for traveling. However, certainly will make people to understand more and to be able to go in the right direction. And then comes 25th of December. Everything is good until this day. But exactly on this day, Venus changes signs. It enters Scorpio. So what to say here? About the condition of women, young and even old. This is seemingly not so good, because Venus is actually not well positioned in Scorpio. So maybe people will be accentuating more on commemorating those that are missing on the table. And it's good advice to be careful and to try to have more harmony, more balance on this day. Because this position of Venus may actually lead the other way. On the 27th of December, it follows Mercury in conjunction with Mars. Really bad day to travel or to make any new deals or health-related treatment. It's a dangerous day for attacks, accidents, even maybe terrorist activity. It's really bad time. So if possible, avoid it and do not travel on this day. Especially true, this is for people who are ruled by Mercury and Mars. I mean, descendants, right? They were mentioned earlier. And then the good news are coming. On the 30th of December in the evening, so we can say this is actually 31st of December, the day of the New Year celebration, Jupiter turns direct. He's all this month in December, he is still retrograde in Aries. This is, of course, the Sidereal Aries. But he's turning. And as Jupiter is representing positivity and joyfulness, it is promising great time for the new year. Great time for the new year. He will give some of this energy also on Christmas, because his actual phase, this is the ancient rule, the turning starts 7 days before the actual turn and the influence in this direction. So we can say it starts on the 23rd. So the influence of Jupiter will increase already on the 23rd of December, helping a lot about Christmas time. But on the very day of the celebration, he turns, which promises probably one of the best days ever for party and celebration of the new year. It's a great thing to happen. In addition, on the same day, we have some other things. The Sun in Sagittarius will make a trine to the Moon in Leo, another fire sign, and both of them are in trine again to Jupiter in another fire sign, Aries. So we have activated on this day the most positive aspects in the great fiery triangle, which promises one of the greatest new year eves ever, actually. So I think this will be remembered by many people as some of the greatest celebrations. So make your plans, so to say. This is really promising. I have seen, I actually maybe never have seen so good positions for New Year. Yeah, I don't think I saw something like this the last 20 years at least. So it is coming. And this is great, absolutely great. However, there is also one big event. Let's go for the big news. Even bigger than this one, right? So what I mean is that Neptune, after touching the sign of Pisces several times, finally enters there on the last day of the year. 30th, 31st of December, he enters Pisces. This is Neptune entering Pisces at the same time of the phase of Jupiter. This is extremely important for people who have Pisces anywhere in the chart, because it will bring positive developments for everybody. Depends what house you have. Neptune will stay there until 2037 here. So this is like 14 years, right? So 14 years of help for everybody in certain area because of the position of Neptune. Let's begin with this. And this is starting now on New Year. It's again another thing to celebrate. However, let's see what this means for the world. It's very good for everybody. But for the world, it's also extremely, extremely important. I think this shows another golden age of art coming, but more importantly, for the next 14 years, there will be very strong accent for the world about the values of spirituality, compassion, help to the poor and the weak and helpless. Also for social reforms, there will be great desire of the society itself about that. There will be great desire of alleviating of the suffering of people and peoples. Well, let's give an example. Last time when Neptune was in Pisces, he entered in the year 1859 until 1871. So when he entered 1859, 2 years later, this provoked the American Civil War against slavery. Pisces is a sign associated with such things: suffering, slavery, spiritual growth, art, love, unconditional love, of course, and love of all kinds. So Neptune will stabilize all those things, but also it's an indication that it's beginning a new social uprising against the problems that the world is suffering from, especially those that are affecting the poor and the helpless. And so we will see this soon. It's starting, however, it's starting now. It's starting, literally, I can say, when Neptune turns direct on the 6th of December in 1 week, and then strengthens on the last day of the year and continues ahead throughout 2024. The last time in the 1860s, for instance, in art, the Impressionism was created with the first works of Claude Monet. Let's just give you an example. Before that, in the beginning of the 18th century, so the year 1700, 1700 year, is another moment when Neptune was in Pisces. This is what was considered to be, is considered by historians to mark the beginning of the Age of Enlightenment. The actual year when he entered was 1690. This is when the steam engine was created. So we can talk also that, and I have noticed this is actually also beginning of many inventions, technical inventions in science, because actually Neptune is very much, Pisces is very much related to science. There are reasons for this because of the fixed stars related. And so we are actually entering a new age of inventions. Definitely. So new age of enlightenment in many ways. So it's a very important, next 14 years are so important. Well, I'll be talking more about this in the next video for the 2024, but I just wanted, because it's also part of this month coming, to make a comment. So This is in general. I can add some additional information.
Thank you so much. That was quite positive at the end for
Yes,
Neptune.
yes. Maybe let's leave it like that. I guess let's finish in this way. And we'll talk again about the year 2024 soon, right?
Oh yeah, Trifon is, we're starting the 2024 marathon in December, and almost every day there will be a video released, and Trifon is coming, I think on the 10th or 11th, we'll see exactly when he is, but stay tuned. And if anyone wants to contact Trifon, I'm putting a link below in the description. There is a 50% almost discount on his personal reading for 2024, and it's only active for 2 weeks. Thank you so much, Trifon. Thank you so much for everyone for joining us.
Thank you, everybody.